Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and today we're clocking in for a few shifts at the local dive bar, booze shack, alky dungeon. Call it what you want, but it's called Bartender Hustle and it's better than putting in a shift at your local boozer. Watch on and find out why. I installed Bartender Hustle a couple of weeks ago and I've been avoiding it ever since. I've had a few too many bad nights with simulator games recently, some good, some dreadful, and I wasn't quite ready to roll the dice again. But I wish I clocked in sooner. It's actually quite good. Flawed, yes, but it's got potential, and at its core, there's something to enjoy and get behind. The game is split into 4 modes: Story, Arcade, Sandbox, and Endless. Sandbox is where you practice and get your pour on and try to get high score times in your mixing. Arcade mode is where you make fat stacks and upgrade your bar to include a lounge and a club area. And Story mode gives you a surprisingly charming little narrative, following Amy as she works her way up from barmaid to boozy baroness. Now, I've actually got some real life bar experience under my belt, so I thought I'd have an advantage. Not by much, but it is comparable to working in a new place. At first, I had no clue where anything was. A well-stocked bar has dozens of bottles, glasses, and garnishes, and this game is no different. But just like real life, after a few shifts, muscle memory kicks in. I started with story mode, and it was way more fun than I expected. The writing is cheesy and the characters are oddball enough to be memorable, and just like real life, you get strange creatures of the night drifting in, and that's exactly what makes real pub work so much fun. The barely functioning regulars, the weirdos, and the coked up chef in the kitchen. Arcade mode is where you get to flex your bartending skills and rake in the cash. You pour drinks, earn tips, and use profits to upgrade your bar's decor, or upgrade the venue to include a lounge and a nightclub area. It's satisfying watching those tips roll in, especially for fast, accurate pours, just like real life, where tips are tax-free, morally questionable, and legally grey, and that is why cash will always be king. The cocktail making itself is complex enough to be worth trying, but not so fiddly that it's a total chore. It's not hard, the game guides you gently, but there is a bit of a learning curve. At first, I struggled to see what ingredients were being highlighted, and that slowed me down. But once you've mixed a few drinks, your brain just adapts, and if there's anything you just don't want to make, it's your bar. You choose what goes on the menu, be a purely beer hole if you want. The game lets you do your own thing. But let's talk about what Bartender Hustle does not do. I wasn't let down by the graphics, I was let down by the progression, especially in arcade mode. You earn money, sure, and you can redecorate or unlock a couple of areas for your venue, but there's no real financial risk, no supply management, no dealing with waste, spillage, or health inspectors. There's no sense of running a proper bar. You're just there to make drinks and print money like some kind of boozy whore. In story mode, you can change Amy's outfit and paint her apartment walls, riveting stuff, but it's all very surface level, and I didn't care because I was invested in the story, not the financials. Arcade mode is crying out for depth. I wanted to run the whole shebang, not just mix drinks like a glorified cocktail robot. If you're gonna call it a hustle, make me hustle. I really like what the game does. It's got polish, it's got personality, and it's a really chilled out game to play. It's the only bar shift where I haven't physically sweated my bollocks off. But without more meat on its managerial bones, Bartender Hustle ends up feeling like a shift that's gone on for too long. Just pouring drinks for people you secretly hope choke on the olives. Still, if working one job isn't enough and you fancy a virtual side gig without the risk of developing an on-the-job alcohol addiction, then Bartender Hustle might just be the ticket. It won't change your life, but it might make you miss your old job of slinging drinks to piss ads. And that is the end of this video. And look, more stuff for you to watch. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give the bell icon a ding so you get notified whenever there's something new for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Last orders!